It's Tracker Fiend here. I'm out here in Moses Creek. I know I'm always seeming to always end up out here in Moses Creek all the dang time, but I'm out here. I just came out for real quick for a day hike. I came out with my my standard backpacking loadout, and not my bushcraft kit. But the main reason why I did that is because I made a purchase a few weeks back, and I just wanted to set it up real quick and give it a shot and see how well I was gonna like it and really work on it, because I made a couple purchases a couple weeks back. Well, I guess it's been almost a month now, but you can see that right there is a Cuben Fiber tarp with doors from Hammock Gear. This is on an 11-foot ridgeline, and what I've done is I have some Dutch Bling on there. These are Dutchware. Let me try to get in there real quick. This is Dutchware Fleaz on a shot cord loop on the outside. The reason why I made this particular purchase is so I could sit there and have a little bit of flexibility on pulling the sides out. And what I'll do is I'll get a piece of long cordage, probably some Z-line or some zinging or something like that, reflective Z-line or zing it, so that way I can pitch it all the way out and wrap it around a tree right there, come all the way back around, and then make the oops, I lost it. Make the other attachment right there on that other side, so I can pull these sides out. But other than that, and you can see right here on all the perimeter tie outs, I have Zing It fixed loops with the Dutchware Fleaz. And what I'm using here is the Zpacks Z-line. This is the reflective Z-line. I don't know if it's you can probably be able to find this elsewhere under a different name. I'm not quite sure, but you can see how that works. It comes right up, the line comes right up and around the proboscis, and then wraps. You pull the line against the proboscis of the flea, come right around the antenna, and then lock it off right behind the wing, and you can make your adjustments there. And what I've done is I've just added a simple bowline loop right there, a fixed loop. So I just run my stake through the loop and then just make my adjustments right at the flea. So, and I have that in all the perimeter tie outs. You can see right here I have the door closed off, and so far it's been working great. I could pitch this a little bit lower to the ground if I wanted to. This isn't a real big deal. I have enough play to really cinch this down and pinch this down a little bit lower, but so far this has been great. My only concern, and so I've heard with Cuben Fiber, is that once you pull it taut, anytime there's some serious rain or anything like that, the rain's beating off of your tarp, it has a tendency of having a snare drum effect. It can get very loud in there. I don't know. I don't have any experience with that. But other than that, that's about it. I mean, you see right there, it has using the Dutchware Continuous Ridgeline, the shot with the soft shackle Prusik loop right there, right under my one complaint about this particular tarp is they just went overkill using this triangle D-ring. Me personally, I don't see the need for that. I'm sure they probably put it up there so if you had to, you could just connect a simple carabiner or a toggle or something like that through there. But me personally, I think it's overkill. I think that this triangle D-ring is just way overkill for the application. But that's just me. That's my own personal opinion. And I think it would have been fine just utilizing this beastie D-ring right here. And one of the things that's really interesting about these D-rings at least in theory, I don't know how well this is going to work out because I haven't tested it yet. But I would imagine that if I wanted to, I could put the tip of my trekking pole up through there, and then raise the entire thing up so I could be in porch mode if I chose to. The other thing is, I do wish, part of me wishes that they did put one more D-ring attachment point right here on the side and did the same thing on the other side. But this is going to be fine. I'm not concerned about it. One of the more common things that a lot of hammock campers are doing is they're having special requests done, and instead of having the D-ring here, what they're doing is they're actually having, I believe, the line lock 3s already sewn into it, so all they have to do is just run their cordage through the line lock, and they can make their adjustment right there at the line lock, and they don't even have to pull their guy lines off, which is a definite plus. It allows you to keep everything contained and really fast setup. But so far I've been liking it. I'm thoroughly impressed with it. I can't quite remember the weight on this on the tarp. I think it's like 8 ounces or something like that for the entire tarp. Everything together, the tarp, stuff sack, the patch repair kit, and it did come with a patch repair kit and some Cuben fiber tape, repair tape, all the Dutch Bling right there, and of course all the tie outs and everything, and the stakes. I have 11 titanium stakes, but everything together, all the guy lines, the tarp, the ridge line, all the Dutchware Bling on there, and stuff sack, everything weighed in, I believe, at 14 ounces, I think. It may, I can't quite remember. I'll post up what the actual weight is after I get back to my house and stuff, and I'll weigh everything out and post it up in the description box below. But I'm pretty sure it's like 14 ounces. It might be 15 ounces, I don't know, but it's right at that. It's in and around that 1 pound range for everything. So my entire hammock setup as it is right now, not including the quilts, but the bug net, the double-ended stuff sack, tree straps, ridge line, organizer pocket, the adjustable structural ridge line, the and the tarp, and everything together weighs in at just over 2 pounds. Now I know there are some tents out there that are lighter than this. There's no question about that. And there's always this argument between, well, hammocks are lighter than tents, or no, they're not when you include this and you include that. Well, I think what it boils down to is it's a preference. You know what, the advancements in technology and material and stuff like that they're using now for tents, particularly when it comes to Cuben fiber, has basically made a hammock setup and tent setup to be pretty much neck and neck with each other. Now, that being said, there is a advantage with a hammock, because particularly if you're using the whoopies, or even the tree straps, if you're using tree straps too, and the buckles, the advantage to having a hammock is simply set up as this. All you need is 2 anchor points. You don't have to worry about trying to find some level ground or anything like that to pit in a large enough area to pitch your tent. Now, if you want to go even lighter than that, the lightest way you could do it, truthfully, would be just to be inside of a sleeping bag in a bivy, in a waterproof bivy bag. But this isn't some type of competition or anything like that. I do both. I don't care if it's a tent or it's a hammock. I've slept in just my tarp and a wool blanket and stuff, and been perfectly fine with it, as long as I have a fire next to me and stuff, I've been fine. But me personally, I find I get a much better night's sleep sleeping in a hammock. It's just, I've never had a more comfortable night's sleep than other than sleeping in my hammock. But that's just me. It's a personal preference. I still love my my Bushcraft tarp, my Bushcraft USA and Bushcraft Outfitters tarp. I love that thing. It works great. I wanted to just have a secondary kit that was primarily set up for backpacking, because when I go backpacking, I'm looking at covering distance and enjoying more views and sights when I'm out and about, and I want to be able to move and not have to worry about and not have to worry about carrying a lot of weight on my legs and on my back and really weighing me down. So, but when I'm out bushcrafting, a lot of times I just go out, anywhere from a day hike or an overnight, and I have done, I've done, up to 6, 7 days, 8 days out of it. But the primary difference is that I'm not looking to be moving a whole bunch of distance. I may end up going, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 miles or something like that, and then set up shop. And as long as I have an available clean water source nearby where I can filter and treat water, then I'll stay there for several days in that one area. Fishing, hunting, whatever, and practicing bushcraft skills or whatever the case may be, and just cooking meals over a fire and whatnot, and go that route. But if I'm backpacking, most of the time I'll travel till I get tired, or before by a certain time frame, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. Set up shop, relax for the rest of the evening, and then most of the time I pack up the next morning, and then I'm back on the trail moving again. So because of that reason, I want to have my backpack load out much lighter, because I'm constantly I want to be moving more than I do in my backpacking loadout. But I figured I'd come out here real quick. I wanted to set this up, show you my new purchase. I know several people already have videos of this, and be prepared. If you're interested in looking into Cuben fiber hammock tarps or something like that, you can get them over there at Zpacks and Hammock Gear. But be prepared to spend some money on these things. These things are not cheap. Cuben fiber, just for whatever reason, is not cheap. It's really expensive. So, but so far I've been liking it, and I'm gonna try to hopefully get out for maybe a weekend trip or something like that. I haven't decided if it's gonna be a backpacking outing or just a standard or maybe a bushcraft outing, or maybe even just it might be a little bit of both or something like that with a car camping. I don't really know. I haven't figured it out, but I'm looking to try to get out, hopefully, and sometime for maybe a weekend trip or something like that in April. But I thought I'd come out here real quick, set this up, and show you this. So, questions, comments, feel free to leave them down at the bottom, and I'll get back to you. Take care.